Good evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, how to help. All-day telethon to aid Hurricane Florence victims. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9, Haley LaPointe.
Dr. Robert Marshall and the team at Aesthetic Dental Center are proud to offer Invisalign, the popular clear alternative to braces that is changing people's lives.
At Aesthetic Dental, I've had the Invisalign procedure done. I really enjoy coming to Aesthetic Dental, and they just make it really simple. I'm extremely happy with my decision to get Invisalign.
This month only, get $500 off an Invisalign procedure at Aesthetic Dental Center. Call Aesthetic Dental Center at 603-224-1743 or visit aestheticdentalcenter.com.
We are. So far, over $27,000 has been raised from you, many of you at home calling in and donating even $5, $10. No amount is too small, but we hope to get lots of money to help all of those people that have been so impacted by the floodwaters and the wind damage from Hurricane Florence. Now, I want to bring in our representative from the American Red Cross. Karen Dudley is here with me this afternoon. Can you tell me about how all of this money is being used?
Oh, lots of ways. So you know about all the damage and all the flooding and all the families that are put out of their homes. This money is going to go a long way for their long-term recovery. They have lost pretty much everything. So it's their toiletries, it's their clothes. But not only that, think about all of the responders that are down there. You know, we have thousands of Red Cross workers down there right now, and it costs a lot of money to get us trained and to get us down there. So, you know, the money goes for all aspects of the disaster.
And something as simple as a toothbrush you can give to people that are in the shelters right now. So thank you so much. Now, ways to donate. You can go to WMUR.com. You can, of course, call the phone number. And hey, sounds like a lot of you are calling in, which is great. We need your help, so please take a moment today to donate. I'm Haley LaPointe, live at SNHU in Manchester. I'll be back in a couple minutes with another update.
Yeah, we like to hear those phones ringing off the hook.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Report praises effectiveness of Safe Station program. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Ray Brewer.
Stand the door when it matters most. For more than a decade, he's been right there, everywhere. And when American jobs are on the line, he leads the charge. ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir is America's most watched newscast, and we thank you.
Mike, this fire station here on Amory Street is one of the busiest in the city when it comes to people knocking on their door and looking for help in fighting their addiction. Now, started back in May of 2016, the Safe Station program basically turns each fire station into a safe haven for people looking for help and getting started on the path to recovery. Now, the report by the Center of Technology and Behavioral Health at Dartmouth found that firefighters are well positioned to serve as the contact point because, as one person seeking help put it, from early childhood, we were raised to trust firemen. The report also found that the program appears to be sustainable, and Manchester mayor agrees, even as the program continues to evolve.
Over the last few months, we've implemented transportation with Lyft, which again has been funded. Now we need to continue to ensure that we have the treatment facility on the back end.
Now, the program also found, or the report rather, also found that there are some improvements that could be made, including inter-organizational cooperation, better communication about how the Safe Station program works, and also addiction. Reporting live in Manchester, Ray Brewer, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Murdered sergeant's wife screams at accused killer in court. Let's take a listen to the video from WCVB Boston.
So sorry. Dad, I'm with my banker. We're working on the loan and business plan. Can I call you right back?
Business plan? Banks don't do that. Oh, I finally caught the squirrel in the attic.
Okay, great. Bye.
Have you...
Sorry.
Seated. Enough.
Okay, and that is raw video in the courtroom that happened today. The grieving widow of a murdered Weymouth police sergeant shouted expletives at the accused killer as he was escorted out of the courtroom on Thursday. Emil Lopez was indicted earlier this month by the Norfolk County Grand Jury. He was in court Thursday, clad in an orange jumpsuit and shackles. The 20-year-old faces several counts, including murder for the July 15th of Weymouth Sergeant Michael Chesney and bystander Ra Adams. He was ordered held without bail on Thursday. Officers then escorted him down the central aisles of the courtroom, past several rows of uniformed officers and Chesney's widow, Cindy, who was seated in the last row. As Lopez exited the room, she shouted several expletives at him. Lopez kept his head down and did not appear to look over at her. After her outburst, Cindy Chesney sobbed for a few minutes before being escorted out of the courtroom. During the past 2 months, the community has gathered behind the Chesney's family, helping with expenses, including many who have raised money in support of his widow and 2 young kids. Prior to the outburst, prosecutors presented the court with previously private details about the strange and brutal crime spree Lopez is accused of perpetrating. According to the prosecutor, Lopez spent the previous night with his girlfriend and took her car without permission in the morning. She threatened to report the car as stolen, which she eventually did, and the prosecutor said the car was seen speeding back in the direction of her home before a crash near South Shore Hospital. Lopez exited the car, apologized, and then ran through the grounds of the hospital, the prosecutor said. In a nearby neighborhood, a large rock was thrown through a window. A witness saw Lopez with another rock in his hands as Sergeant Chesney arrived, the prosecutor said. Chesney pulled his weapon but did not point it at Lopez, the prosecutor said. Chesney ordered him to drop the rock. Chesney dropped to the ground, and the witness said he seemed unconscious. The prosecutor told the court his gun fell at his feet and Lopez picked it up, accidentally firing a first shot at Chesney's cruiser. Other officers arrived as this was unfolding, including one who fired a shot that hit Lopez in the leg. The prosecutor said Lopez fired back 4 times before running away. While police and civilians were caring for Sergeant Chesney, other officers began to search for Lopez. The prosecutor said they heard 3 more shots nearby, presumed the shots that killed Adams. Officers found Lopez in the backyard carrying the empty firearm and ordered him to the ground. Prosecutors said he complied and was taken to Weymouth Police Headquarters and then to the hospital. In response to the allegations, the defense attorney asserted that Lopez has suffered from a mental illness throughout his life. Just prior to July 15, the attorney said Lopez's mother thought to have him hospitalized because of erratic behavior, but South Shore Medical Center declined. The attorney asked the judge to consider setting bail for Lopez with conditions that he be put in a secure mental facility while the case is pending. The judge declined and ordered that Lopez is to be held without bail. Seven Johns arrested in Lewiston sex trafficking investigation. 7 people were arrested in Lewiston on Wednesday as part of an ongoing sex trafficking investigation. The Johns were charged with endangering in prostitution and were arrested as part of a string operation. Lewiston police are targeting those who solicitate prostitution in an effort to reduce demand of those who are being sex trafficked, according to the news release from the Lewiston Police Department. The names of those arrested were not released. And now let's take a look at your U.S. stock market and see how your U.S. stock market closed for this Thursday evening. And here's a look at your U.S. stock market for all of you. Your Dow Jones Industrial Average closed in the green and went up. Your Nasdaq closed in the green and went up. S&P 500 closed in the green and went up. CNBC IQ 100 closed in the green and went up. Gold closed in the green and went up. Oil closed in the red and went down. US 10-year closed in the red and went down. Euro/USD closed flat, and VIX closed in the green and went up. Dow rallies more than 200 points to first record close since January. The Dow Jones Industrial Average surged to its first record high since January on Thursday as gains in Apple and a decrease in trade fears lifted the 30 stock index. And we're following breaking news. Michael Cohen spoke to Mueller's team for hours, asked about Russia possible conclusion. President Donald Trump's former personal attorney, Michael Cohen, has participated over the last month in multiple interview sessions, lasting for hours with investigators from the Office of Special Counsel Robert Mueller, sources tell ABC News. And that did it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Thursday night, and I'll see you back here later on this evening for a news report. And I'll be back tomorrow with more newscasts. Good night, everyone. Bye.